get into it. Let's get into it. Appreciate everybody that's watching, participating, man. We about to get into it with this young lady. This is hip hop's biggest fan.
Yeah.
And I'm with KeraDangerous. If y'all watching this, please share it if y'all care to do so. If not, then it's fine. It's gonna be both on both our YouTubes. So we gonna make it happen one way or another.
I gotta correct you on that. KeraDangerous.
Kera? Oh.
Kera.
Kera. Thank you.
Yeah. I always tell people it's era with a K. E-R-A with a K. Era. Kera.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. All right. Thank you for correcting me.
No problem.
Now I know. So I'm gonna get straight into it.
All right.
You reside from Macon, Georgia, correct?
Mactown.
Mactown?
Mactown.
I have white family that was from there. They don't live there anymore, but they was from there. I'm not that familiar, but I'm familiar enough.
Right.
To know that is the South, like real, what they call the dirty South.
That's the real South.
Yeah. I remember I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I got there and was like, yo, they don't even have curbs. Like, what the fuck?
Look, I heard y'all country too up there though. Don't.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is why I'm gonna be honest. This is why
okay.
I'm hip hop's biggest fan, because I'm not biased to any region. You know, hip hop becomes kind of regional.
Right.
Ask somebody from New York, their favorite rappers, they all gonna be from New York. LA,
right.
Most of them probably be from California or something. You know, down south, Texas, but me personally, I've heard everything, and I have no bias. So yeah, we kind of country. Oh yeah, we got a garden out back. We about to upload another garden video. And look, we getting busy.
Right.
Saying all that to say, you are absolutely right, and that's why I can appreciate your vernacular. What you may not see, but you got that southern twang in your spit, and I'll be like, yo, that shit is hard.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You know, all right. So from Mactown, Macon, Georgia, you were born and raised there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just please expound on that? You know what I mean? So those that don't know will know.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, it's been a long time since I actually lived back home. I've been away for like over a decade, but you know, wherever I go, home never leaves me. You know, home is always where the heart is. I mean, Macon, Georgia, hot as hell. A big music place, especially back in the day. The first thing that always come out of my mouth, the hometown of Otis Redding, Little Richard, the Allman Brothers Band made a lot of records there.
Time out.
Yeah.
They're from there, or they just made that? They used to record there heavy.
No, they from there. Otis Redding, his people still there. They be walking, his sons, they be walking the streets.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I think they got a studio there, to be honest with you. I can't hold me to that, but I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just learned something.
Right.
And that is historical, like.
It is.
That is historical.
And one of those old time record labels was there too, and I don't know why I can't think of it right now. I don't know if it was Capricorn or one of them started down in Macon, but I do know James Brown is from Augusta, but he used to come to downtown Macon and record a lot too.
Okay.
So basically, I'm just saying, you know, it's just a musical place that we just haven't been able to blow up like Atlanta. That's all.
Yeah, well, you know, is Black Hollywood. To me.
Right. It is now. It is now.
You know. Okay, so coming from Macon, Georgia, at what age? What was the first hip hop that you ran across that you just fell in love with? Like, yo, this. Oh my God, what is this? Like, you know.
Oh yeah, I got you, man. Two artists that always come to mind is LL Cool J and Queen Latifah. I don't even know how people leave LL Cool J out the conversation of GOAT. I mean, I go back and listen to his records, Rock the Bells, and I'm like, I can still get hyped to that stuff. So when I heard Mama Gonna Knock You Out, you know, and when I saw some of Queen Latifah stuff, it was just that crunk hip hop to me. Oh, you can't hear me no more?
Hey. I know.
All right, y'all hanging with us. The technical difficulties.
Okay, my bad. My wife cut on the speaker and my phone connected to the Bluetooth. I just got thrown off for a minute. Forgive me.
Oh, okay, no problem. I still hear you though.
All right. I couldn't tell. I was like, I couldn't hear nothing. I just heard I heard in the other room like, do I hear her in the speaker over there? But you know, let me see. All right. I'm gonna say you said Queen Latifah, LL Cool J. And to that point, I want to say LL Cool J was the one that started the whole conversation that anybody says GOAT, greatest of all time.
Right.
And that was after he was well established. He had been in the game good 10 years, if not more, you know.
I think sometimes people forget about him because they just look at him as the love of LL Cool J and they forget he can really go in. You know.
I'm bad with that. I'm bad. Woo!
When he went, you remember when he went back and forth with Cannabis?
Oh, yeah, that was around that time when he had to hit him with the I'm the greatest of all time.
Right.
Yeah. Real.
He's just a versatile artist, and that's the kind of music I like. I like versatile artists that can just do more than one thing.
Okay.
Got a lot of respect for that.
And even when you said Queen Latifah, I mean,
right.
Oh man.
I was so disappointed in her because I wanted her to continue rapping. Like I got that she went into acting and whatnot, but I still wanted her back in the early 2000s, late 90s. I wanted her to hit us with something else. She was trying to do that singing thing, and I just feel like I wanted more. I never got it.
They say money. They say that movie money or something.
Right. You right.
You know, so did she win a Golden Globe or something for Chicago or something like that?
I think she did. I mean, she big time. I get it. I get it. But as a hip hop head, I wanted that album.
I can fully appreciate that. And you know what? Maybe somebody needs to tell her that. Nowadays, like, just hit us off with like a little 5-song EP, Queen.
Right. You know, Raspberry put her on her album, and I see a couple of people had bought her out on concert, like Remy Ma. So I was hoping that would spark something in her to give us something else, but I just haven't seen it yet.
And once you bringing up that joint she did with Rap City, oh my God, she still got it.
Right, she still got it.
I mean, I would even say better than ever.
Well, that's what she got. That's what she got. That's what she started at. So it's like that's home. You know.
Okay.
Look at Will Smith. You seen Will Smith on an interview just recently? He was rapping his butt off too. Like,
man, look,
they know.
He did the remix with Joyner Lucas, I think.
Right.
Oh, come on, this is where we come from. This is their roots, you know.
Right.
So, don't
come back home, baby. Right.
Okay. So with those, I would guess saying those are some of the artists that made you fall in love with hip hop. So those would be possibly, I guess, you would consider some of your influences.
Yeah, I mean, be honest with you, I take from so many artists, but those are the ones I remember that sparked me in the beginning. You know, including Oz. You know.
Okay. When was your first rhyme? Do you remember your first rhyme?
I knew you was gonna ask me that, and I be honest with you, I can't remember yesterday. So like, I can barely remember 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, you know, you remember around what age you first was like, you know what, I'm gonna start rhyming. I'm gonna start writing rhymes or freestyling or becoming an MC, whatever age it was.
It was 9 or younger. That's what me and my brother always say. So I was pretty young.
Okay. With your brother?
Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters do you have, if you don't mind telling us that?
Well, I got one brother, and I got a half brother, so that's 2, and then I got a sister, and I'm the baby.
Oh, you the baby? Okay.
Yeah.
What was? I'll just go here with it. What was that like? Because I'm the baby. Please tell me your experiences as the youngest child in the family.
Well, you know, very protected. You know, they make sure I'm good. No matter if I'm by myself, I'm never by myself. You know, just a strong family unit. Just a lot of love put into me. They see a lot of greatness in me. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I think that's pretty much it. You know, okay. I wasn't necessarily sheltered, but I think protected.
And that's fair, because I mean, I want to talk about your artistry your music. We're gonna get into your, you know, your album and all that.
Okay.
But with the climate of everything that has been happening, you know, in America forever. Most recently with, you know, now we getting these recordings of these atrocities, these murders of black people. Being from the South, you know, with the murder, the cold-blooded murder that happened to the gentleman, and I don't know what part of Georgia it was from, but it's from Georgia. And growing up in Georgia, as you're saying, always with somebody, always protected. You telling me better than I would ever know. Please explain to people, was that something that was always in the black community in Georgia to know, yo, we got to be together? Because we know what it is here still. What's that shit? At Stone Mountain, we know.
Right.
Yet.
Well, for me, man, it's like different black people, I feel like will tell you different things, but I'm somebody who parents instilled pride in their race.
Right. Yeah.
Me. And once I understood their stories, I started to research for myself.
Okay.
But just from being in Georgia, I went to like a high school that was primarily white and black, but mostly white with some black sprinkled in there. So just from my own personal experiences, I had to deal with racism. You know, I heard the N-word. Somebody called me that in my class. They basically said, I don't want y'all N-words in here anyway.
You posted a picture of that fool.
Right.
Coward, you know, or that piece of shit.
Right.
But
you know what? Life is a bitch sometimes, and karma will come back and bite you. But, you know, as a black person in Georgia, it's just hard for me to see any person from the South who's black that say they never experienced racism. I just really think they be lying or they just blind. I mean, even with calling the police, you always feel nervous about it because you know it could turn on you. It's like, okay, I do want to call the police, but is it worth it? You know, even being young and walking down the street by yourself, if you ever meet like some white guys in a pickup truck, it sends like nervousness through your body because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what's going to happen. And somebody may say, well, you know, you just thinking too much, but that's how we feel, you know.
That situation recently happened to me while I was at work. Like, I drive tractor trailers and shit. And some white dude pulled up and whatever the hell he wanted. I'm calling the police. And dog, I'm working. Like,
right.
You want me to move this 50-foot tractor and trailer for your convenience, man? Drive your goddamn car, but call the police. Saying all that to say, yeah, I'm at the same time I'm thinking, man, I'm trying to get over before these police get here because I don't know what the fuck gonna happen. It's
some kind of fear they have of us, which I don't understand because, like Farrakhan said, they've always been violent towards black people, brown people. We very seldom have been violent to them, so I don't understand where their fear even comes from.
Insecurity.
Yeah.
Just my opinion as being partially white. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't had to analyze this myself, like.
Okay.
Because I am mixed. And I ain't black enough for black people. I damn sure ain't white enough for white people. You dig? So at the same time, when I'm at my worst, everybody want me to be black. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tell y'all a story that would, it might not blow your mind, but you might be like, damn, that's messed up. So at my best, oh yeah, I'm black. If you're gonna consider me black at my worst, oh, I'm as black as I can be at my greatest. And I wear that with a badge of honor every single day, you know. But I just wanted to get into that part, you know, because of all what's going on and, you know, the atrocities,
And let me hit on this. Growing up to a lot of the white kids, I played with white children when I was younger.
Talk about.
So I had no problem with them. But as they got older, they changed. Like guys that you would used to hang out with would start wearing Confederate flag shirts, cowboy hats, and cowboy boots. Nothing wrong with cowboy hats and cowboy boots, but it was that kind of hillbilly, racist kind of look that they were doing. And then they didn't talk to you as much. You saw them pull away from you. So for me, it almost seemed like they were being taught this. Because where did my friend go? Once I got in middle school, they were no longer my friend.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to say that point because I think that's important to say.
Yeah. So generationally, it's generational racism.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's still up here in Baltimore. Believe you me, these motherfuckers trying, but they don't want to do that shit in the city. They just, you know. But
right.
All right. But all right. I don't want to get too deep into that. I just wanted to touch on that with you. Okay. So you started first rapping when you was 9 years or younger. Do you remember when did you first record a song?
When did I first record a song?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if it was on like one of them little tape decks that you had to hold to and rap to with people beatboxing or somebody with a little off the radio. I don't know, just whatever it was.
I'm glad you said that because you know what? We used to take those cassette tapes. You know, we could have anybody on there.
Right.
We would record over them
Yep.
in my room. You know, that was
Yep.
the first time I would record myself. You know, and I do remember doing that. You know, before I even hit a studio up, I would do that in my room.
Yeah, well, you know, this is the humble beginnings.
Right. Or try to use like an earphone as the mic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, that's
Whatever
how
you gotta do.
when you ain't got no other resources, man. Look, I want to do this. I'm learning. I got to start somewhere.
Absolutely, make it work.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, as an MC, I've listened to your last body of work.
Mm.
Excuse me. You got flow.
Thank you.
It is. Oh, you got flow. And like I say, your what I would consider a southern twang. I seen somebody here earlier, Chi Chi. You know, I don't know if she's still on here, but she was saying Baltimore got an accent too. I don't know because you know you can't tell when you know it's your voice, but I hear that twang with it with your flow, and I'm just like, yo, this is, and it looked like you carrying that shit on purpose, just in my opinion. You know, damn, I'm trying to remember what song it is. It's a couple of them. It's a good portion of them.
It's funny because people say that I'm more country, and like when I'm talking, they say sometimes they feel like it's hidden in the songs a little bit more. I don't know.
I mean, it's fair enough. You know, everybody got, you know, if you ask me, New York people, they be young, stuff. You know, they got their shit with them, and
Right.
Texas, and you know, so on and so forth. Chicago, you know.
I appreciate it all though, and that's good you say flow, cause that's my number one thing. Like I try to work on my flow. Like that's what I like about rappers when I choose my rappers. So.
No, you got some. I was sitting there. I listened before. I listened again. I listened again this morning and all this while I was playing basketball. And I was like, yo, her flow is, whoo! I love that.
Thank
shit. You know, I love that shit. This is to me what makes an MC an MC. Rather than I can get to my favorite song because it was kind of poetic at a certain point, but just in totality on your whole project, your flow is outstanding and remarkable, and I love it.
Well, I appreciate that. I will take that. I wish I had a drink, but thank you.
No, it's okay. I drank my water earlier. You know, I'm having my little sip right now because I'm about to cook some lobster tails after we done.
Oh, that sounds good.
You know, they was on sale. So, like, give me a gang of them motherfuckers.
I don't blame you, homie.
All right, so let me see. All right. I'm gonna start talking about your project, and I'll probably start coming up with other questions as you answer.
Okay.
Now the title is actually your name, KeraDangerous.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the totality and title. Besides just your name, it's a what do they call it? A name title, something to that effect.
Right. I know what you're saying, and I always forget the word, and you're not finna embarrass me and make me try to say it. But right. I know what I'm talking about.
I can't think of it either, but you know, it's self-titled.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna go with that. Easy.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 10 tracks, correct?
Right.
Okay. Number one is the Jamel Hill intro.
Right.
Jamel Hill, now does her own podcast. I guess other things in media. I believe it's Undisturbed. Shit. I fucked it up.
She's on her podcast is on Spotify. She's a writer for the Atlantic.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how did that intro come to be? Because I'm like, she got Jamel Hill on the intro. Oh, okay. So, Jamel Hill
right.
Made Mr. Orange motherfucker tweet and get her fired when she used to work at with the sports channel. You did
right.
Like
we used to be co-workers, and I just got a tremendous respect for her because she's sort of like me, where she doesn't mind speaking out about how she feels. And she's a Black woman. I'm just proud of her success. And we just got respect for each other. That don't mean we gotta agree with everything each other says, but we just got mad respect. She's a big hip hop fan.
Okay, yeah.
And I just wanted her on the intro just because of those things. And she said she liked my song, I Am Not Her, so I just figured that'd be the perfect person to get to start off the album.
I fully agree. And shout out to Jamel Hill.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out
and she's a good homie. She's a good homie. A lot of people in the industry, they talk a lot but don't show up. But anytime I hit her up, she's always there, to say something. I really appreciate it because there's a lot of phonies out here. A lot of phonies.
I know. I be reaching out to people and I just either get nothing or I might get okay and they don't hear nothing else, but it's fine. It's cool.
Right.
It is what it is. As you say, people gonna show up, that's gonna show up. Thank you.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. That's what's up.
And shout out Jamel Hill just for what she represents, for what she does, how far she has come, because I've heard her story. So I just wanted to ask that because I was like, yo, that's a big intro. Like, this is my opinion.
I appreciate that.
And we appreciate you, Jamel Hill, for doing that for Kera. You dig?
Yeah.
Now, as she said, the intro was an intro to the song that you got that has a video. I Am Not Her.
Right.
If you don't mind, can you please explain the whole process of that song?
Wow. You know what? I was actually seeing somebody at the time. And it just seemed like everything I said, they were taking me the wrong way. And they heard one thing, but I actually had said another. And they were like, well, if you do that, it's gonna be a problem. And I thought they were trying to, I'm trying to just leave out some things. It was a dude, and he was just coming at me kind of aggressively. And it was just really unnecessary.
Don't mean to cut you off. I was going to say, a lot of your album, I listened to, I'm like, yo, this is real shit. This is real personal situations and things she is speaking on. This ain't just make-believe and made up, just generalized. No, this is
right.
Specific. I can tell. I can just tell,
Right.
So, okay, I thought that.
I appreciate that you listening. Yeah, so I just wanted him to know that, like I told you, I'm always protected. Even if you see me by myself, I got a team of people. So don't get it twisted. And he was giving me the energy like, oh, well, I'm ready for anything. But my way of resolving it was I just wrote this song. Not that the whole song was about him, but he gave me that energy I needed to put into that song. So a lot of people would say I am her, but I want you to know, motherfucker, I ain't her. Okay, because there's a lot of bitches out here putting up with some shit they shouldn't be putting up with, but KeraDangerous ain't finna put up with it. So that's where that comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go here before I get even deep in the album.
All right.
In your recording process.
Yes.
Do you? How do I say this? Okay. Do you hear like the beat first, then come up with the hook, then the verse, or do you maybe already have a verses written and just need a beat to come up with the hook? What is your process in songwriting?
You know what? It depends on the moment. Like if I'm in a good writing mood, or like depends on the beat. Like some beats just captivate you. I'm sure you've seen that video of Jay-Z just shaking his head like this. But every beat don't make you do that. So like it just really depends. Sometimes I just try to sit there and listen to what I feel like the beat is making me feel like.
Okay.
Or I try to, or really this is what I do, which people may find weird, but I actually get my inspiration from looking at images. So sometimes when I'm listening to beats, I'll take a magazine and I'll flip through and I'll look at pictures and I'll start coming up with a story and I'll do it like that. So,
Okay. All right.
you know.
All right. That's your creative process. I respect
Right, that's what I do.
I want to know about it. I want to share it. You know what I mean? Because every artist that I've talked to is different.
Right.
Okay. Now, let's see. What we have after that? We have caution.
Caution.
Warning.
Warning.
I'm about to fuck the words up. I don't want to fuck them up. But your flow, retarded. I want to say that one, the beat. This one make me ask you this. Who are your producers?
Okay, well, I primarily back then was working with Butler Beats out of Carolina on a lot of those tracks, but I did have a few people I sprinkled in on that. Caution was from a producer from Carolina too, Billy Bushead. So a
Which,
lot of
North or South? North or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Okay.
Unless I'm mistaken and they're gonna be mad, but I believe it's South Carolina, yeah.
You know, honest mistake. If it is. If it ain't,
You know how they are. You know how they are.
it's okay. Don't be
Yeah.
honest mistake. If it is.
Right.
But I'm gonna say it's not. You know what you're talking about in my mind.
Right. I think I know what I'm talking about as well.
All right. I mean, if I remember, caution, your flow on that, because the beat has this. When you listen to it like in headphones, it got that little, I don't know, that little electrical sound. I was like, yo, this is ill.
Right.
And your flow, you know, you ride that motherfucker.
Thank you. That's funny you said. That's one of my favorite as far as riding the beat, because I don't know if you noticed, like from first verse to third verse, the flow got better. The flow got better as it went on. To me, it kind of built as the track went on.
You're going to make me go back and listen to that now that you're saying that. Like, I maybe didn't analyze it in that way that it got better as the song progressed. I was just like, yo, she rapping her ass off.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
You know, she getting busy. Okay. Number 4 is assets. Now,
Assets.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to make a video for this, but...
I want to so bad. My God, I want to so bad.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this about it. It did make me have some questions in my head that I don't know if I really want to bring up.
Okay.
But it's a, to me, it's a party kind of vibe.
Right.
Good feel, like, you know, we in the club, wherever, in the house party, wherever it is. And, you know, for whatever it's worth, if the girls ain't dancing, ain't no party.
Right.
That's what the vibe that song gave me. Like,
but you like everybody like booty. Like women like booty, men like booty. I mean, let's just keep it real. I mean, I don't see a lot of even straight women, like if they see a nice booty, they turning around or they saying she knows she ridiculous for that monkey booty, that onion booty. So it just, you know, I just appreciate the anatomy.
Naturally.
Right.
And when I say natural, I'm talking about the natural booty.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with the natural booty. I ain't talking about plastic. I'm talking about what God gave us, booty.
Yeah. They came out their mother's womb with that thing. You understand me?
Absolutely. And that song was just all about like just chilling with your homies and just, you know, seeing booty.
Cutting up.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a fun joint.
Thank you.
All right. Now I'm not sure who this young man is, but the 5th one is the Marley drop. I'm guessing he's some of your home. Well, I don't know exactly who he is.
My homeboy, like one of my best friends from college that, you know, ride or die. So I put him on the album because I wanted it to feel like, you know, it's KeraDangerous, the title. So I just kind of wanted to bring some people in that meant something to me.
Authentic.
Right.
If you don't mind me asking, now you saying that, what college did you go to?
I went to Full Sail University in Winter Park, a.k.a. Orlando.
Okay. What was your major?
Entertainment school. I studied recording arts. So, you know, supposed to be like music engineering, but I wasn't really big on recording people. I just kind of did it so I could be in the field.
And you know what? I did that too when I got out of high school. I didn't go to a college. I went to, in Baltimore, right outside Baltimore, this, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes up the road. It's called Sheffield Institute. It's a show. I learned audio engineering, things of that nature, you know, how to do a whole litany of things. You know what I mean? Okay, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, getting into the industry. And I just...
So somebody down here in the comments saying, how can I get on? I don't know what they mean, but if you mean in the industry, something I should have hit on is I always believed in the law of attraction before I even heard about the book. So as a kid, you can ask any of my friends or my family, I was very optimistic. Before they talked about like those what you call them, where you take pictures and you post them and, you know, visual boards, or I was already into that stuff. Okay. So the best advice I can give people is believe in yourself wholeheartedly. Like, don't let nobody stop you from believing in yourself. You know, that's the number one thing, because really, to be honest with you, a lot of the things I believed in, I don't achieve, you know, and I got more to do. So if you can't believe in yourself, you ain't going to go anywhere. So just remember that.
I fully agree. I would say with what I'm doing with my hip hop's biggest fan, it started from in this room I'm at.
Right.
With it. It came from an idea. Yo, let's put it in motion, and a belief that, man, look, this is something people want. And a lot of people tell me, yo, keep going. Yo, we love what you're doing. Even if numbers aren't enormous at this moment in time, you know, they're bigger than they were. Like, you know, I had videos of 20 views, 100 views. Now I'm getting thousands. Okay, cool. And it reminds me of a book, an audio book I listen to. I read books, but God Bless the Dead, Nipsey Hussle, after he passed, you see, that's a Nipsey Hussle album, The Victory Lap. I consider that classic.
You see, I got him up there.
Oh, that's Nip? Okay, yeah, I see. Your camera didn't get his whole, it only got the bottom part, but okay. Yeah. I went and checked out his book list. And, you know, I've checked out a couple of them, you know, for inspiration, because I've read a couple books before, but I was like, well, let me see, you know, what got his mind on his type of time, because he had done some things and was independent. As a man thinketh, to add what you're saying, what you have up here, you have to believe, you know, right. Grow rich. Like, you have to have an undying, a burning passion, a belief in yourself and what you want to do to accomplish it. And damn, what song was it? It might be the next one. Hold on. You said in one of your songs, I'm gonna say it might have been Bitch So. All right, whatever. I'm jumping all over the place, but you said something about you took the elevator. Yeah, I took the stairs.
I took the stairs, bitch. So right.
And it kind of, you know, put me in that mind state, like, you know, just because I'm not willing to sell myself out. You know what I mean?
And I'm glad you brought that up, because, you know, everybody could be sold for a price. You know, a lot of people talk about Candace Owens and they say, well, she's not really like that. She's just doing it for money. But for me, it's no amount of money you can give me for me to sell my people out. I'm just not built like that. But they do say everyone has a price, but you can't put a price on my people, especially after all we went through. I mean, that's an embarrassment, you know?
Absolutely.
So when you say that line, it's like a lot of people will take the elevator to get to where they want to go, and that may mean selling their soul. That may mean doing some things that they shouldn't even be doing. But I'm gonna take the stairs, because I'm still gonna make it where you're gonna make it, but I'm gonna make it with integrity. And so people have to, you know, sit down with themselves and think about what's important to them. It's not important for me to just make it or to be what so-called successful. It's important to me to withhold a certain morality about myself. So that's the kind of person I want to be, and I want to stand for people.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, I think the next song is number 6. What you want? What you want?
Yeah.
Please explain to us the idea, the premise, the concept behind that song?
Well, I'm just a trash talker, you know. So, you know, I'm just telling you, baby, this ain't what you want. But I'm telling you, this is what you want. You know what I mean? In the same breath. So that's basically what that is. Like, I'm talking shit at you, you know. If you coming at me, baby, you better make sure this is what you want. Because when you get it, you know, you feel me.
And that was the thing that kind of threw me off. I was like, hold up. She's saying both?
Right.
But okay.
I like to be teased a little bit. I don't like to make it easy. So before we get into all the hot and heavy, you got to turn me on, baby. You got to make it hot. So I like my songs to be sensual, not just dirty, not just nasty. So that's what I like to get into.
Yeah, because you put a little bit of sprinkles in there, but you don't be so ridiculously raunchy that it is
Right.
that it's like you're selling sex. You know, you just put it in there naturally to me, as a woman that's an MC. And you know, these are parts of life.
Right.
So I'm gonna talk that shit because we all do.
Right. I take from the old school, baby. You know, a lot of people be like, oh, the new school nasty, but the old school was nasty too. They just said it in a way that was pretty. You know, so that's what I try to take from. Be sensual. Anybody can be nasty, but it takes a special person to be sensual, baby. I'm from Mactown. Don't forget that.
Okay.
Mactown.
And I'm gonna even go ahead with it. Now you say that, it's making me think of this. This is like a side, something that really has nothing to do with our conversation. But let's say if we talk about R&B,
Okay.
they would kind of do that. I won't say before 2000. They were carrying the way you were speaking, but now it's just out and out. We fuck it, like
Right, right.
they ain't getting Boys and Men and Jodeci ain't. We knew what that was about, but they put it in a more elegant way.
Wait. Yeah, yeah. You know, music has a way of recycling itself, just like bell-bottom jeans. So, you know, it's a lot of. I think Young M.A. came out a couple months ago and said, "Where's the real R&B?" But if you listen to these playlists, there are some artists that are still talking about real love. You just gotta search for them. You just gotta search for them, man.
Yeah, and with that being said, the talent pool is so deep now.
Right.
Besides, you have to really dig to find, I guess, what record labels are not paying to be pushed.
Mm-hmm.
Because the record labels are paying for this shit to be pushed on all of us. It's a fact. I know it. I've seen it. I've talked to people.
Right.
DJs to what do you call it? Videos and
Right.
YouTube.
Even the memes. They paying people to put folks on the memes and pass those around. So
Hold on. Now you about to make me ask you something.
well, that's what I heard.
Hold on. You have some of the most hilarious memes I see from day to
Thank
day
you.
on your timeline, on your not
Stories.
on your stories. Yo,
Right.
where the fuck you be getting these memes from?
To be honest with you, this dude, I don't know if he's still in here, but Sean, my friend Sean Stanley, I steal a lot from him. I ain't gonna lie. I cop a lot from his page. He be on the internet all the time. I don't think he stream TV shows, so he just be on Facebook. And 50% of them I get from him, but the others I do. I find them on Facebook. I try to get the best ones, and I post them for y'all. I'm here for y'all.
You are, because I'll just be sitting there. I want to say I rarely respond as much as I want to with like a laugh emoji or whatever you want to call it. I'll be like, yo, this shit is funny as a motherfucker, yo.
I be feeling bad. I be feeling like I be robbing him. I be like, Sean, are you sure you don't mind if I take all your memes? He be like, nah, go ahead. It's cool. I ain't tripping.
There you go. You know, and I want to even say some of the greatest, even if we talk about artistry, in any form. You know, you borrow from some people.
Right.
But the way I feel you big them up is, you know, you let the world know. Yo, shout out to my man. Had to, you know, get this from, because I have a question I want to ask you that I'm going to steal from a podcast that I watch. But that's later down the line.
Okay.
But you know, it's all fair. It's all fair. And the internet is wild, wild west right now.
Right.
Okay. Let me see. All right. Track number 7 is I Know.
Yep.
Featuring
Dig Marie.
Please say her name correctly because I might mess it up.
Dig Marie.
Okay.
Yep. Puerto Rican lady.
Okay.
From New York.
And you have a video for that as well.
I did.
Fire. That whole thing is fire. The song,
Thank
the
you.
video is y'all need to go check this shit out.
You sure do. I spent some money on that video, and I need some more views on that mug. They got split because a lot of people watch the video on Instagram, but they need to go to YouTube for real. They need to go to YouTube.
Yeah, I feel you. I've been a subscriber to you on YouTube. I want to say after I must have followed you on Instagram and then saw, oh, she got a YouTube page, and I don't know, might have been a year, whatever the hell it is now. But I was okay, I'm as a YouTube, I want to help them subscribe. I know subscribers mean something because it translates into views and shares and likes,
right?
All of those things. So go subscribe to KeraDangerous's YouTube channel.
Yep.
And blow it up. You dig? Share. Come on. We got.
And hopefully I have some more stuff coming soon to y'all real quick. And feel free to call me KD too. A lot of people just call me Kara D, KD. You ain't gotta call me the whole name if you don't want to. I know it's long.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna ask you this: where did that KeraDangerous come from?
I be trying to remember, man. Like the story be getting mixed up in my head. I just remember my brother telling me, you got to come up with your own name because I had needed some help. And I don't know if it's because of comic books. I think I just was feeling like a superhero. I can't remember if it was because of Michael Jackson. I don't know, but
it's getting deeper.
You know what? It's because of my personality. Back then I was quiet and I was shy. But then if you got me riled up, I would get pretty hyped up. So that was like my other side. So it's like Kara, then the Dangerous. And I used to play basketball. I used to be like packing on them, Matumbo, like don't come down here in the center. So I just turned real dangerous on them. So my coach told me I was the toughest girl he ever coached, and I never forgot that. The only compliment that bastard gave me.
What position did you play when you played basketball?
I played forward and center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was considered tall back then. I'm like 5'10", but
Well, yeah. If you was in high school, yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, 5'10". Yeah. Okay. You was a forward in the center. I mean, what was your Did you have a signature move? What was your favorites? Like, did you back a motherfucker down, spin? What was your thing? I'm just asking.
Look, I want to say first, I'm gonna put the disclaimer. I'm not gonna try to say I was the best player, but I was pretty good. But back then, what we used to call it, just used to be in the post. They don't stay in the post nowadays.
No.
So just give them that little elbow right there. Put your butt on them, bend down a little bit, put your elbow on them, hit them with the drop step, and take it to the hole. But okay. my thing was defense, though. I wasn't gonna make it easy on you.
I'm raising my hand to that because I was not the best player, but I would jump on you before I let you score on me.
Right. That goal was like my cornbread, and you ain't finna eat my cornbread.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Are you a cook?
Yeah, I cook a little bit. I'm getting better as I get older. This quarantine got us all cooking. I've been cooking a lot of black peas, a lot of baked chicken. Yeah, I cook a little bit. I do a little something. I can burn it up a little bit.
Okay. I just figured I'd ask since, you brought it up. I was just like, like I said, questions pop in my mind. I just randomly want to know,
Put it this way, I'm alive.
Absolutely. In this quarantine, it's been 100-some days now. For those that have the benefit of it, yeah, it's best to cook. Because I maybe ate out in this 100-some days, maybe 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that shook. Like, I don't want nobody coughing on my goddamn whatever.
Right. Now, I will pick up delivery now. I mean, I'll let them deliver to me. And I mean, I wash my hands so much, I'm surprised my skin ain't came off. You touch the bag, you gotta wash your hands. You take the food out, put the food on a dish, wash your hands again, throw the bag in the trash, wash your hands again, and then you gotta pray that nobody coughed on your food, and then you can eat.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me go to the next joint. Next joint, number 8. Bitch so.
Bitch so.
Which has a feature. I won't believe it has 2 features. I forgot the second dude, but I want to say the one I know is Comp from
Yeah.
Boston.
Right.
Can you please explain how all of that came together?
Yeah, you know what? I found Comp, and I remember him from back in the day. Seeing his character on the Def Jam video game.
Yep.
But when I hear him spit, he just spits so hype. And he's constantly on social media just giving his fans what they want, just spitting all the time. I love his drive, and I love his lyricism. And I said, you know what, I got to put him on this song. And he ripped it. I tried to, I was talking with some other people before that, and, one dude was like, he didn't think he could be on the song. I'm just going to give you some extra insight because I was saying bitch. He thought bitch was a girl word. But, whatever. Comp, he could, when you can write and when you're an artist, you can get on anything. And Comp basically, he flipped it to where it worked. So thank you, Comp, because he tore that second verse up, in my opinion.
Yes, he did. Shout out to Comp.
Yeah.
I have an episode with him, I don't know, many moons ago.
Yeah.
Now, when you're saying, people want to equate the word bitch to a female, your verse, I was like, yo, that shit had me, I stopped and bust out laughing like, yo, hold up, would she just say something about a motherfucker tucking their dick between their legs? Please
Right.
talk about it, please.
Yeah, I learned that from RuPaul. The drag queens, they took their penis between their legs. But for me, the word, not calling drag queen bitches, but I just use it in the rhyme. But dudes definitely can be bitches for sure. And there's nowhere that says that's a woman besides being a female dog. But other than that, humans, we can use it as man or female. So
And in the art of talking shit.
right.
That's why you say you a shit talker. In the art of talking shit, bitches is definitely in the conversation to be used.
And men, if you call a man a bitch, you got to be ready to fight too, because that word for men is that's a target for men.
Oh, I know. I got in a fight when I was younger behind that.
Yeah, I know y'all don't play about that.
It is what it is. But at the same time, there are plenty of bitch ass men.
Right. But coming to the song though, the song was basically just saying, when you come up with somebody and they start getting a little fame or they start getting a little popping, they act like they too good to notice you anymore or to be down with you. And I'm just like, bitch, so, you might be where you think you should be already, and you may think I'm down here, but I'm steadily getting there, and I'm going to meet you there, but I'm going to do mine the right way while you doing all this other shit. Because people do a lot of shit behind closed doors.
You talked about that in the song.
Right.
And I would say to your point, we said earlier about you took the elevator, I'm taking the stairs, bitch. So the progressive growth of an artist or even a person in society in general, as quick as you rise, your fall will be just as swift.
Right.
People that progressively grow, I really look at a lot of it like, no, it don't happen for them like that. It's very seldom that you see somebody that skyrockets and they stay up there.
Right.
It's to me the ones that actually grow from the ground up and progressively do it have a way that they're improving over time. And they stay there a lot longer because their artistry isn't judged off their first work.
Right.
Because it's like, so you gave me your best at the beginning, and now you're just getting worse. When other people are progressively growing, you're getting better every single time. Like that's the way I see Tupac. Like his first album, Tupacalypse Now, pales in comparison to, I would say, Me Against the World, or even Machiavelli, or he progressively got better and better. And now he is immortal, regardless of his death. Even God bless, rest in power if he was alive, whatever the case is. So yeah, those points that you hit on there about people selling out, selling their soul, doing things behind closed doors that they would probably be ashamed of if they were exposed.
Right.
Is very significant. And that message, I got it. Like I got it. Like I feel
Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. People who know me personally, I'm always talking about real and fake, and some people get sick of me talking about it, but it's just a must to bring it up. Because I just want people to be authentic, man. That's why this man's on my wall. I'm going to show it one more time. I just love Nipsey, and I was a fan of him before he died. And to me, he was so authentic, I'm not even a person who what's the word? I'm not even for gangs and whatnot, but this brother was so motivational, and I have so much respect for him, and I hate we lost him, and I feel like they took him away from us. Even people like, I wanted to see even Pop Smoke grow. I feel like he was about to blow up, and they just took his life from him. And when you authentic, your spirit gonna continue to be here with us. Like that's why Tupac is still talked about, because he was authentic on a level that, even though it's mysteries about him too, he still had something authentic about him that people can constantly relate to. So that's why it's important to me to just be as real as possible that you can be.
Yep. And y'all don't see, I got Tupac, Machiavelli album.
Oh, I see him.
Kung Fu Kenny, Nipsey Hussle.
You got a lot of good stuff up there.
Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
One of the greatest movies ever. Goddamn Friday.
Right.
I love Friday. But all right, to your point, about Nipsey Hussle, and his authenticity. This is something that drew me into him. I remember first time I saw Nipsey, it was on MTV. Used to do a special every week, like mixtapes. When mixtapes was, and that was the first time I saw him on there. It was Bullets Ain't Got No Name 2. This was when Hustle in the House came out, and I've been a grand fan of him since then. And once he finally dropped this, his actual official album, I was like, yo, you did it. Like, man.
You gotta go back though. You gotta go back before Crenshaw. You gotta go back and listen. And like he put so much soul in his music. It's not about his voice for me. It almost give me goosebumps. Like it's just coming from a place in his heart. Every artist don't give you that. So I can really tell when people writing their music, because it just sounds different.
Absolutely.
They be writing their music, but we ain't gotta talk about that. But
it is what it is. I want to say this. Then you become an artist more than
right.
An
entertainer. Yeah.
There you go. And that's fair, because it is a business. It's entertainment business.
I don't mind it, but at the same time, don't be going off at your mouth trying to say you an MC if you know that ain't your word. Just be the entertainer and stay in your lane.
Amen. Amen.
But I have heard from people that's in the business that, that is common to not write your own stuff. But as of now, I can tell you I write mine.
Right. It's all fair in the business, but, when people get to talking about top whatever number 5, 10 MCs, to me, those things have to be equated in the equation, because if somebody else is writing it, how can we really consider you that? Right. Dr. Dre is a great producer. He's not a great rapper, because I'll tell you, he don't write his shit, which is fair.
Right.
But, saying all that to say, it is what it is.
Right. I think Puffy said it best. Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. So it just depends on what kind of artist you are. You know?
Yep. Yep. But rest in power to Nipsey Hussle, man. That was a very traumatic loss.
It was, man. It was.
And especially where it happened, how it happened. It was. You ever been out LA? Went to the Marathon store?
I've been to LA once, but I don't even think I knew about it back then. I don't even know if it was open when I went.
What year you went?
That might have been like 2010.
Yeah, they weren't.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
They weren't open yet. I can tell you.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of his, and I must say because his hustle in the house and his bullets ain't got no name. He might have came out with a. Chris Shaw definitely wasn't out by then. Neither was Mailbox Money. But no, it wasn't there yet. I know. Last time, well, no, not last time. I'm lying. The first time I went to LA with my wife, 2016 or 17, I can't recall. But before we left, I was like, baby, we gotta go to this Marathon store. And if y'all seen recently, even like pictures on YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, the store like what it is as interactive as it was. It looked like I can't even call it a regular ass clothes store. This is gonna sound fucked up. I'm gonna say this. But it just looked like, you know, a regular clothes store, but they had their own product, and then, you know, that was commendable. I don't know. This thing is saying we have 2 minutes remaining. I don't know if we're gonna have to come back because we still got more to talk about.
Probably so. We probably gotta do like verses and just hook it back up.
Okay. I'm just looking at the thing. I'm like, what the hell? Because I don't do live that often myself. And it says we have a 1 minute and 30 seconds left. So
wait, nobody scared. Let's keep it going, baby.
We're going to. Okay. Track number 9 is the song 2. Please explain that song.
Oh, that's one of my favorite ones. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think, what can I say about that? Like, to me, that's one of my most poetic songs besides the last song. I don't know. I feel like I was flowing on that one, to be honest with you. To me, that's one of my favorite ones to rap.
Okay.
One song. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of personal.
Oh.
We'll probably have to come back when we come back, and I'll talk more about it.
Yeah, because this